I'm gonna put Will to the side. Will is to the side. Me and Jada, I will say this because I know you're watching. I know Karen Tense is watching.
Who's Karen Tense?
That is her PR person for years.
Okay.
Right? I know they're watching. Jada, you a bald head liar and you're a drug addict. Right?
Why do you think he's still married to Jada? Why is he still in? She's clearly shitting on him.
Singer on this nigga. Ain't no different than in the woman stay with the man and whoop her. Same thing. She love that rotten mother.
The whole storm exploded from that one moment nobody could forget. That's when people stopped feeling bad for Will Smith and started giving him that side eye like, wait a minute. After that Red Table Talk episode dropped, the image burned into everyone's mind. Will sitting there, not like a man in control, but like someone just trying to hold it together. His silence said everything. He looked broken, sitting in front of the entire world being told this was healing. Then, out of nowhere, voices like Charleston White came crashing in, loud and unfiltered. He said what so many had been whispering about but were too scared to post online. Charleston didn't come to play nice. He came swinging with truth bombs. He didn't just call out that awkward sit-down, no. He zoomed way out and tore apart 30 years of fame. 3 decades of Will being Hollywood's untouchable golden boy. But Charleston flipped the script, making everyone wonder, was it all just an illusion? For years, no scandals, no public drama, not even a single crack in that perfect power couple image. Until Jada pulled up to that red table and spilled their private life for the world to feast on. That's when everything flipped. Cameras were rolling, emotions were on sale, and suddenly their marriage wasn't just a relationship, it was content. The world couldn't look away, and from that point on, nothing about Will and Jada ever looked the same again. But here's the twist Charleston White dropped, and it hit hard. He didn't call Will weak for Stan, not at all. Charleston said Will wasn't broken, he was trapped. According to him, Will's not some man falling apart. He's caught in a situation where walking away wouldn't just end a marriage, it would blow open every locked door. Imagine that, doors to old secrets, hidden stories, and decades of things the world was never supposed to hear. Staying meant keeping everything polished, clean, and under control. But walking away, that would unleash chaos, endless questions, wild rumors, explanations no one's ready for, and scandals way too big to cover up. And even though Charleston's got his own wild takes about why Will won't sign those divorce papers, there's someone else who might actually know what's really going on. Someone who used to stand right beside him, his former best friend Bilal. He's spoken out before, straight up calling out the Smiths, and every single time he does, the heat gets real intense. If Bilal's story is even halfway true, then this was never about love or honesty, it was about control. That's the real shocker. Bilal claimed Will wasn't living free, he was living scared. And not scared of fans or headlines, but fear that lived inside his own house. According to Bilal, Jada had such a tight hold on everything around Will that even if he wanted to leave, he couldn't. It's like he was stuck in a cage, one built not with walls, but with power. Every move he made was being watched. Every word he spoke carried weight. That's a heavy way to live. When Jada started speaking out in public, Bilal said something shifted. He stopped blaming Will completely, because in his eyes, Will wasn't the problem anymore. He was the prisoner. Bilal said straight up that Will was stuck, caught in a setup he didn't even control. That's when Bilal drew a hard line. His issue wasn't with Will now, it was with Jada. He believed she was trying to shut him up, to destroy his name before he could spill the truth about what was really happening behind those closed doors. According to Bilal, this kind of exposure, people finally speaking out, is exactly what Jada's been running from all along. According to him, the moment he started talking, everything around him went dead quiet. Interviews that were already locked in suddenly got canceled. Shows that used to invite him stopped calling altogether, and people who had promised him airtime, they just disappeared, like they'd never even met him. Bilal said that wasn't random, that was power moving behind the scenes. It showed him that influence was running the show, not the truth. And right in the middle of all this chaos stands Will Smith, caught in the shadow of what Bilal described as an unpredictable, controlling Jada. Bilal painted a picture of a man trapped behind contracts, business deals, and layers of legal and image shields that keep him tied down tight. It's like Will's not living freely at all. He's living inside a carefully built system designed to protect everything except his peace.
Will has always paid you for all the work that you've done.
An abundance. And Will has put a significant amount of money in my pocket. That's why this wouldn't have been a problem with the book. Listen, Jada comes in and say don't give him nothing. My thing with Will was, and even when we're on my Instagram with that video where Will say, you in the book, I blew you up. We were in the middle of all this stuff, but I'm in it with Jada. I didn't really have time to talk to Will that night, right? I didn't have time to have that good conversation with Will. But then the slap happened, and I didn't want all this stuff to come out doing this. This would have crushed him doing the slap.
According to Bilal, a divorce for Will wouldn't just be personal, it would be a full-on explosion. We're talking courtrooms packed, lawyers scrambling, and years of buried drama clawing its way back to the surface. It could spark legal battles, financial investigations, and dig up every unanswered question people have been whispering about for years. Every old headline, every secret rumor, all of it would come rushing back in one massive wave. And that's why, from this angle, it looks like Will's staying locked in place. If just one outsider speaking out can cause this much chaos, imagine the storm that would erupt if the marriage itself actually fell apart. The world wouldn't just watch, it would erupt. A divorce wouldn't just be emotional, it would be a full-blown legal war. We're talking mountains of paperwork, lawyers lined up, and headlines that just won't stop coming. According to people close to the situation, Will can't simply walk away, even if he desperately wants to. He's tangled in something way bigger than just a love story. It's business, power, and image all locked together. And here's where another insider stepped in with a theory that had everyone talking. Rapper Boosie claimed the real issue was never Hollywood, never the fame, it was Tupac. But not just Tupac the rapper, Tupac the meaning behind Jada's emotions. According to Boosie, that connection between Jada and Tupac changed everything. He broke it down simple. Jada and Tupac weren't just friends, they were connected. They grew up together way before the red carpets, before the cameras, before the chaos of fame. It wasn't about status, it was about understanding each other on a level most people never reach. Folks who were around back then said the bond between them was deep and unshakable. On movie sets, they'd laugh, joke, and move like two people who didn't even need words to communicate. Boosie said it straight. Connections like that don't just disappear, they linger, shaping everything that comes after. And maybe, just maybe, that's why Will's still fighting battles the world can't see. Boosie claimed Will probably believed that after Tupac passed, Jada would finally let go and move on. But according to him, that day never came. In Boosie's eyes, Tupac's presence still lingers in Jada's world, even now. That's a heavy shadow for any man to live under. Then Suge Knight jumped into the conversation, throwing even more fire on the situation. Suge didn't hold back one bit. He called people out for constantly using Tupac's name just to stir attention and chase clout. He said straight up, half of these folks weren't even there. They have no clue what really went down back then. Suge reminded everyone that these stories still cut deep for the ones who actually lived through that pain. But the deeper message from both Boosie and Suge was crystal clear. Tupac wasn't just a memory from Jada's past, he was a piece of her story that never truly ended. That bond didn't fade with time, it lingered, shaping everything that came after. And no matter how massive Will Smith's success got, the blockbuster hits, the awards, the red carpets, the fame, he could never fully escape that shadow. Tupac's presence hovered over their marriage like a ghost, silent but always there. That's why so many people have been saying for years, this whole situation was never just about love or marriage, it was about something much deeper. It's not just about love anymore, It's about ghosts from the past that never stopped haunting the present, but now something serious is unfolding quietly behind the scenes. Word just dropped that a musician who once worked on one of Will's tours has filed a lawsuit against him. And ever since that news hit, fans noticed something strange. Will hasn't said a single word. No denials, no explanations, just complete quiet from both him and Jada. What's even wilder is that Jada hasn't said one thing about the allegations circling around her husband either. Total silence from both sides, and people are starting to wonder what's really going on. Meanwhile, Will's been out there on social media, posting travel pics, smiling with friends, promoting his projects, and acting like life's just perfect. But that calm, cool attitude, that's no accident. It's calculated. When someone as famous as Will Smith goes completely quiet during a legal storm, that silence isn't a mistake, it's strategy. Because once old business starts crawling back from the past, every single word can turn into a weapon. And right now, Will's playing it smart, staying silent while the world tries to figure out what's really happening behind that Hollywood smile.
I'm gonna put Will to the side. Will is to the side. Me and Jada, I will say this because I know you're watching. I know Karen Tense is watching.
Who's Karen Tense?
That is her PR person for years.
Okay.
Right? I know they're watching. Jada, you're a bald-head liar and you're a drug addict, right? You did not sue me. You told the world that you were going to sue me. As of yet, and you said you're going to do it swiftly. It's been over 2 weeks. So Jada, I'm giving you 2 more weeks to sue me. If you don't sue me, this is what's going to happen. All the parties, right? And the people, the men that you hit with dildos, I'm naming names, right? All the salacious stuff that you have done and hurt other people, I'm naming names.
According to new court documents, the lawsuit is officially moving forward, at least against the company tied to Will's team. But here's where things get tricky. It's still unclear if Will himself has actually been served yet, and that tiny legal detail might explain everything. It could be the reason he's staying silent, keeping every move under wraps, and letting the lawyers deal with all the noise behind the scenes. The man behind the lawsuit claims he was brought on to perform during Will's tour, but things went downhill fast. He says that while working there, he started to feel unsafe, so he reported it. Not long after that, he claims he was suddenly cut loose without warning, and that's where the heart of this lawsuit hits. It's not about fame or Hollywood gossip or clout-chasing headlines. It's about retaliation. He's saying that just for speaking up, he lost his job, and that's when everything took a darker turn. Because this isn't just one random problem for Will Smith, it's a stack of them. The pressure is coming from all sides now. The public watching every move he makes, lawyers digging deep for answers, his career walking a fine line, and personal drama that refuses to disappear. Right now, it's starting to look like the walls are closing in from every direction, and no matter how calm Will acts on the outside, behind the scenes, it's pure tension. Now, things are getting even heavier behind closed doors. Word is spreading that Will's team is in full-blown crisis mode. Every post, every public appearance, even who he's standing next to in a single photo, it's all being closely monitored. That's how tense things have become. People close to the situation say Will's been trying to keep things smooth and steady, but it's clear the pressure is starting to crack through. He's juggling a lawsuit that's heating up, a marriage that's still being dissected online, and a fan base that doesn't even know what to believe anymore. It's like no matter what move he makes, somebody's waiting to twist the story. Meanwhile, Jada's silence has become its own kind of noise, loud and unsettling. The internet is buzzing with questions like, where's Jada and why isn't she standing by him? That silence, that lack of response is just feeding the fire even more. The rumors won't stop, and every day, more people start guessing what's really happening behind the scenes. Some insiders are saying Will's staying quiet because there's way more going on than anyone realizes. Private talks, possible settlements, maybe even moves to bury certain stories before they blow up in public. Whatever's happening, one thing's for sure, the spotlight isn't fading anytime soon. Right now, Will Smith is standing right in the center of it all, trying to hold it together while the tension inside his circle hits its breaking point. People who once worked with Will are now quietly starting to distance themselves. They're untagging photos, skipping events, and keeping their names far away from the headlines. And that kind of silence says everything. Insiders say Will's usual calm, cool energy has shifted. Sure, he's still out there smiling for the cameras, keeping things light in public. But behind that grin is a man carrying serious pressure. Between the lawsuit, the non-stop headlines, and whispers about old drama crawling back to the surface, it's like he's fighting battles on every front. And here's the wild part. Some reports claim even major Hollywood studios are watching this unfold carefully, waiting to see how everything plays out before they sign him to new projects. Hollywood might forgive, but it never forgets when the press turns bad, and Will knows that better than anyone. Meanwhile, Jada's silence still hangs thick in the air. She's dropped a few cryptic quotes online, and fans are dissecting every word like clues in a mystery. Theories are flying everywhere. Is she hinting at something deeper or just stirring the pot? No one really knows, but one thing's certain, this story isn't slowing down. If anything, it's only getting louder. The whole world is watching their every move, waiting for the next shock to drop. And just as it seemed like the noise couldn't possibly get any louder, boom, another twist hit. A few entertainment insiders are claiming that a brand new tell-all might be in the works, one that could finally expose everything going on behind the scenes of Will and Jada's marriage.
I don't know why people haven't hung Jada high for introducing psychedelics into her children's lives while they were still in their teenage years. I don't understand. They admitted that out loud and everybody was okay with it.
Not only does it help you feel better, but it helps you solve the problems of how you got there in the first place.
I know they all, I do.
Smith, one of the most charming men I've ever met in my entire life. I was like, I love hip hop. I love all the old school, all the new school. Do you know Juvenile? I love Juvenile. It's right when the Hot Boys were coming out. I was like, I'm not, and then he's like, well, like this the whole time. He's like, dude, I like you. I go, I like you. Right. He goes, what are you doing tonight? And I go, I don't know. And he goes, let's go see a movie. And I was like, okay. He's like, cool. Meet me at Planet Hollywood at 7. And I was like, okay. And then he just walks out. I was like, that happened quick. So I get in the car. I call my dad. He goes, how did it go? And I go, it went great. I go, we're going to the movies. My dad's like, oh, date? I go, I don't know. I don't think so. And he goes, who else is going? I go, just me and Will. And he goes, Bobby. He goes, I think he's gonna. I said,
if that rumor's true, things are about to explode all over again. Sources are saying that a few people close to Will and Jada have already been approached for interviews, and the questions being asked are way too personal. They're digging into old contracts, private arguments, and even business deals the couples tried hard to keep buried. So far, nobody's officially confirmed anything, but the timing feels suspicious. Right when the lawsuit is heating up and the public's watching every move, now this new story starts brewing. Fans are split down the middle. Some are defending Will, saying he's being dragged unfairly, while others believe this could finally expose the real truth that's been hidden for years. Through it all, Will stays silent, calm, composed, and careful, like a man who knows that one wrong word could blow the whole thing wide open. People online are already calling this the calm before another storm, and honestly, it's starting to feel like something huge is about to drop. Whether it's the lawsuit, a new expose, or someone finally breaking their silence, this story is far from over. And now, reports are coming in that Will's legal team has locked things down tight, tightening security around all communication and cutting off leaks before they start. Whatever's happening behind those doors, it's getting real, and the tension around Will Smith's world just hit a brand new level. People close to the situation say Will's gone more private than ever, disappearing from the chaos of Hollywood and spending most of his time out of sight. He's been spotted traveling low-key, keeping his circle tight.
She likes, she don't like the ass whooping, but she love him enough to take the ass whooping. That's love. Love ain't about what you can give. Love is about what you can take. So shit, man, no. He love that hoe you talking about. And then, they probably do some freaking shit. Yeah, they probably done some things. Gotta keep each other if they leave each other.
yeah.
That's no small task. When the whole world's watching, every blink, every breath, every move gets claimed and analyzed. The tension between Will and Jada is reportedly at an all-time high. They've been living almost separate lives, only appearing together when it's absolutely necessary. Behind the scenes, their teams are said to be in constant talks, trying to figure out the next big step, whether that's a joint statement, a quiet settlement, or something even bigger that could shake everyone up. Fans online are restless. They're dissecting every post, every like, every tiny public move. They're convinced something's about to drop, and honestly, they might be right. What's crazy is that even with all this chaos swirling around, Will's still trying to keep that trademark smile for the cameras, but people can see it now. That smile looks forced. The calm doesn't feel like it's going to last much longer, because once the truth starts slipping out from behind Hollywood's curtain, it never stays quiet for long. And right now, it feels like this whole story is inching closer to a breaking point. Rumors are flying that someone inside Will's own inner circle might be ready to spill everything. Someone who's been close enough to know all the hidden details, every secret, every deal, every truth that's been kept in the dark. If that person really talks, it could change everything. Word is, this mystery insider has already met with a few major media outlets, and the details they're hitting at could flip the entire narrative upside down. If that leak drops, Hollywood won't even know what hit it. Insiders say Will's team is in full panic mode, scrambling to keep everything under wraps. They're reportedly sending out legal warnings, tightening NDAs, and locking down anyone tied to old projects. That kind of chaos doesn't happen unless there's real danger or something explosive about to come out. Every lawyer in Will's camp knows the truth. One wrong headline, one major leak, and it's not just his brand that could take a hit, it's his legacy. And while Will's team scrambles behind the scenes, Jada's silence still cuts through it all. But people close to her say that calm isn't confidence, it's preparation. Word is she's quietly working on her own side of the story, ready to defend herself if things get ugly. And let's be honest, it's looking like that time's coming fast. Now everyone's asking the same question. How much truth can stay buried before it bursts wide open? This Smith story has moved way past celebrity gossip. It's becoming a Hollywood storm for real. The thunder's building, and it's about to hit hard. The tension's so thick you can almost feel it. Industry whispers say both Will and Jada's teams are gearing up for what could turn into a full-blown public showdown, something nobody ever thought would actually happen. But now, it's looking more real by the day. After months of rumors, silence, and shady side comments, it's starting to sound like both sides are finally getting ready to speak their truth. And when that happens, the fallout could be massive, the kind that shakes Hollywood to its core. People close to Will say he's had enough. He's tired of being painted as the confused, quiet husband in the background. Word is, he's ready to take back control, reclaim his image, and tell his side of the story. But he's moving carefully. One wrong word could trigger a legal storm that he might not be able to contain.
So that's why my attack is on her now, right? Because at the end of the day, Jada is a bald-head, lying dope fiend. Period. That's what she is.
I can verify.
Right. And the liar, the whole world knows she's a liar.
Yeah, we can verify.
And let's talk about the dope fiend. So Jada has self-admitted to using and other drugs, which are illegal. Who got them drugs for her? Who got the see that in all these interviews, she says she used ecstasy, addicted to. So you're trying to tell me that's criminal. You're buying or sending someone to buy illegal drugs. But when you got this type of money, ain't nobody coming. You say you addicted to all forms of men, women, bestiality, all this stuff.
She said bestiality?
Oh,
I
God.
didn't know nothing about that.
Listen, let me say something to you. All you gotta.
I know she said she had a sex addiction.
No. She also that she was addicted to. So this is out. This is from her own. Because people see what I do is I'm gonna connect the dots with people. So now they can go and see. Oh yeah. Then also she also claimed to be an alcoholic. Right? So, yeah. So she said she passed out. I think it was on Nutty Professor or something because she was smoking weed and drinking too much and the drugs. So this is a dope fiend. Her mother was a dope fiend, right? So we got to look at the behavior of the dope fiend, right? This is what we're looking at.
That's why his team is moving in silence, combing through every past interview, every old quote, every contract and deal that could come back to haunt him. They're preparing for something big,
but making sure every detail is airtight before Will steps forward. And on Jada's side, that silence seems to be cracking too. A few of her close friends have hinted that she's been quietly documenting her own version of events, possibly for a new project or even another big sit-down. If that's true, it could launch the next wave of headlines and throw gasoline on everything that's already burning. Fans are bracing for the explosion, news outlets are waiting for the first statement, and social media is already on edge, ready for chaos. This isn't just another celebrity update anymore. It's turning into a full-blown reckoning, something that could reshape both of their careers for good. After everything, the rumors, the lawsuits, the silence, one thing's clear. This story runs way deeper than fame, image, or even love. It's about truth, control, and two people standing on the edge of a Hollywood storm that's about to blow wide open. It's not just about love anymore. It's about power, control, and maybe even survival. Will Smith isn't just living in the spotlight. He's living under a microscope where every tiny move can spark a brand new wave of headlines. One thing's for sure, though. He's been trying hard to hold it all together, searching for peace while the entire world keeps watching his every step. Like he once said, not only does it help you feel better, but it helps you solve the problems of how you got there in the first place. That's deep. It sounds like a man trying to heal himself while standing in the middle of chaos. So when people keep asking, why doesn't Will just divorce Jada? Maybe the real answer goes way beyond love. Maybe it's about survival now, about protecting what's left of his image, his career, or maybe even his sanity. There's something complicated and raw about this whole situation, something the world keeps trying to decode. The lines between love, loyalty, and self-preservation are blurring right in front of everyone's eyes. So what do you think is really going on with the Smiths? Why hasn't Will just walked away from Jada yet? Drop your thoughts below. We want to hear your take on it. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, because this story's nowhere near done. The conversation's heating up, and the drama, oh, it's far from over.
Lawyer, but after seeing all these headlines saying that Will Smith is being sued for assault, I decided to read the 15-page lawsuit. So let me tell you exactly what this plaintiff is saying happened. Now, the plaintiff, or the person who filed the lawsuit, is this man, whose name is Brian King Joseph, and he's a violinist and a former contestant on America's Got Talent. What is your name?
My name is Brian King Joseph. I'm from Los Angeles, and I play violin.
According to the lawsuit, Will Smith and Brian King Joseph first met after Joseph did some studio sessions with several high-profile artists. After those sessions, he was referred to Will as someone that could potentially be used for some recordings. In November of 2024, Joseph meets Will in person and shows him what he can do on the violin. From there, Will agrees to let him play at an upcoming show he has in San Diego. Now, the San Diego show, which was in December of 2024, goes great, and according to the lawsuit, Will then invites Brian King Joseph to be more involved in the performances and tells him that he's a valuable member of the team and offers him more stage time during the shows. And their relationship, according to the lawsuit, grew even closer. The suit says that the two of them began spending additional time alone, with Will Smith even telling Joseph, quote, "You and I have a special connection that I don't have with anyone else." Okay.